Hello everyone, I'm Rob from the Smith and Black channel here at Tptx, and we got a new month. And after a nice little break for me, still getting acquainted with what's going on, which is okay because we're coming into the end of the year and a new month. So after a really nice big green month for a lot of things, now the question is, are we going to continue? Does these themes continue that we're going on? So when you come out to start the week, you're going to see, are we going to take out last week's highs in the SPY? We are. And after yesterday, slight pullback. Then there's that for reals? No, back to the upside. So what you want to also do is look at the broader averages to see if there's any divergences. And you can see here, the Qs just come firing here. They tried to hit them, still going, and trying to go back towards the highs. And you're going to see like XLK. Here, trying to go back to the highs, taking out last week's highs after an outside day. You can see how that came roaring back. Gives us stuff like SMH here. All right, so we're back into the tech. As far as we know, they're back into the tech because we had a big move up in the small cappers, and now today not so much, right? Still staying inside weak, but they had a heck of a month. But this is what you always want to be looking for going forward, and there's always going to be a sequence where we want to look at the monthly, weekly, daily, and 60. And so we want to make, when we gain more evidence as we have separate openings. And what I mean by that is like today, you have a new month. So the opening of the month and the day today are going to be the same all day. Now tomorrow, the daily and the 60 will be the same for the first hour. But then after that, we have 4 separate openings. We gain more information, right? That's a good thing about having the first of the month on a Monday. So another thing we want to look for is them gappers. And Marna. And Marna, you can see this. 1, 2, 3, looking for the exhaustion gap. And so if you go to 60, you'll see this. Here it goes up on the 60, and then boom, 2 down, still going. If you go to the 30, little trickier, but you got your inside 30 to the downside. And if you go to the 15, you can see the real slaughterhouse in here. This is what you wait for, the corrective activity, right? You see this here, the lower left. Take out the low, boom, there's your reversal back up, right? But because it's red on the day, right? Anytime you can get that 60 to go back red, right here, you're going to notice the time up here. See the time up here? This right here was at the bottom of the hour, brand new 60, right? Boom, that's a 2-2 reversal back to previous range. We're going to take that baby right back down to the lows. That was below 162.97, trading 154.47. Not bad, with no higher highs on the 15 ever since. If you go to the NVAX, and NVAX here, here's another way you want to train your mind to see something that's not being presented to you. And what I mean by that is that any 30-minute period is a 30-minute period. You can't change that. Where's my pen? You can't change that. And so software is going to present it to the way it wants, right? And so if you go up here, you're going to see these 2 inside 15-minute bars in the lower left, right? That's an inside 30, but if you go to a 30-minute chart, it's not going to show an inside 30. It's going to show you the 2-2 reversal here where you can hit more. But this is inside on a 30-minute basis. You just can't see it because it's not going to be presented. So that's how we train our minds to see that. Boom, you hit this baby right below 142.37, all right? Boom, it comes down on the 15th, then does the 2-1-2 here, right? Reversal, you cover and go long with their money. Then, when it comes up in here, once again, you can notice the time up in here, right? And you can see this here, 11:30, right on the flip when the new 60, 2-2 reversal back down, boom. Now you've been short, long, and back short with their money, and then you can ride it down off the highs of the 30 or the 60 if you please, because you've already got a ton of their money, and who cares? Now you're inside in the 60. You can hit more here below 126.17 if it gets there. So very nice stuff in there. But like I said, we've got a lot of the techie coming up. You've got SMH, once again here, taking out yesterday's highs. And you can see that was an outside day yesterday when they're trying to hit the market. They said, nope. And then we come in today, I'm like, you still want to buy tech? I'm like, yep. Facebook, still 3-month inside pattern, but taking out last week's highs after the revs are at 132. And you can see here, is this what we look for in the daily? The inside bar, the poke down hammer to stop them out, and then bam, right back through. And green on all time frames, full time frame continuity to the upside. Facebook. If we go to, and if you go down to, how about a nice 30 for you. Here you can see how this slightly ticks down on the 30. This is exactly what we look for, because once you take this out, These two are going to be coming outside bar of that. There's your 2 up, 2 down, and bam, right here. Over 285.69, still going, and then you get your continuation inside 30 right here. Above 288.60, you got more. If we go to, yeah, like I said, a bunch of these semis, right, out to shoot Qualcomm. And you can see this on the 222 weaker, takes out the high, takes out the low, and then bam, right back through. And here she comes. If we look at LRCX, how you doing, buddy? And once again, just a 222 day on here, so we'll see if that sets up again for you. I said early in the month. Now the question is, can you get out of here? It tried to tick up on the 6, but it pokes back in. We'll see, and we can watch all those together. How SMHX, SWKS, whole bunch of them, obviously, because they like to trade together, don't they? And here's what you look for. 2 down in the week, and then taking that out right here. 141.77 above that. If we go to Apple, and my good friend Bob Lang was talking about Apple last week and asked, what do we think here? And I'll show you, we don't have to think. What we can do is we can be forward thinking, if this, then that, right? So what did we know last week? We knew that it was inside week to the downside, right? Now, if that's going to reverse, it would have to do it on the daily first, here. So you notice on the 24th, the 25th was a 2-2 reversal by taking the downside. If that works, it sets up the potential rev strat week. So if you take a small piece here above 115.85, right, and you don't have a reversal against you, you can stay in. Then this week when it breaks above here, 117.62, you can add, because now you've got your rev strat looking to take all this out. And the great thing about that, then you come in on the new month, you'll notice this was an inside month, and this poked down a little bit, which makes for the rev strat 122 here. Above 121.99, you can add again there, right? So there's your entry, your setup, right? Your add and your add using all your time frames. Now, to be fair, it wasn't an easy hold yesterday when it did this, but it was still not a reversal on the daily, right, at that point, right? And it also didn't take back the week. So here, because that was 117.62. So even though it backed here, it was still above that, right? So now Apple's still good, and then you can maybe go to a 30 and say, here's the 2 up, the 2 down, right? And off she goes to the races. You can buy more, and that's how you can pour it on once you know you're right. If we go to Cirrus Logic, and Cirrus Logic now coming in a little bit, but just one of the semis. This goes an inside week here, outside, inside week. The good thing is you can see it's not at all-time highs here on the monthly. It's still coming back through here. You're directional by taking out last month's highs, but so far still good in doing that. If we go to VOXX, and here's another thing you can look for, right? This was a down day yesterday, 2 down. Didn't take out the previous day's highs. Then you come back through the previous range. Why? Because guys are going to be stopped against here, 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 and here, right? And if that works, because this is Tuesday, it turns the weekly back green and comes screaming up here. And if that works, it's going to take out the inside month here, right? Above 1388. Then, if it's too fast for you, wait for the 30-minute. 2 up by taking out the highs, 2 down, boom, these guys become an outside bar of that with full time frame continuity to the upside and inside month and up. Voxx. If we go to Tptx here, Tptx, once again, you can see this had this morning spike a little fast, but you can see the inside 30 right here in the lower left, right? What that does, it reconfirms the break of the week, inside week to the upside here over 110, which also has the inside month to the upside over 114.65, and that's right here. 115.56 triggers that inside month to the upside, reconfirming the inside week to the upside, you see? So if we go to, let's go to some of the bios. So the bios doing this. IBB gaps up and just kind of sits here, and so a little on the fence on this one, but you do have stuff like ILMN coming up here nice and strong, taking out the inside month here. Right, that gets my attention. Nice long and green bars, and we'll see if that sets up again for you. Repligen was coming up here, our GEN a bit. And once again, we're looking to see if we can take this out. Was that inside week? 26, 22, it was. So this goes Rev Strat week here. Above 196.42. It's not there yet, but it's something to keep an eye on. All right, these broader averages drying up a bit, so the S&P Spider doing this. Here's something you're going to want to know about. Either side of these 60s here. And do they stay there? Marna goes to the lows. A Butte still good. Now looking for the outside day, you see. Cremator, baby, to bring her in. If we go to Lulu. And Lulu here, inside month, then an outside month. All right, so that's a 1 bar rough shot. Now trying to continue. We'll see Lulu. Also the outside day to the upside. Momo Hammer. They tried to hit it, brought him up here. Anybody got short? Boom, they get handed to him right there. If we go to CDAC, little guy, running out of time here. We're going to get to the pukers. Inside 60, you can see just a nice long green weekly and taking out the month, new month. So this was 2 down, takes that out. We'll see if that sets up again. TLS, another newer issue here. Now starting to come in, but you can see starting off its life as an inside week to the upside. And so we'll see if that sets up again for you right now. Potential inside 60 and little guy XNET was popping here. And you can see there's a nice little inside 60 for you. 2 down, 2 month back upper. Inside week to the upside. So we'll see if that goes. And here on the daily, the inside bar pokes down. Boom, rev strat to the upside. We'll see. On the downside, we got some Neo trying to come in here, and one of the things you want to look for too when you have the market doing what it's doing, blasting off like this, anybody taking out last week's lows, and this was an inside week, and this is below that. Neo below for the rest of the week, below 49.25, trading 47.30, and plenty of week left, and right now inside on the 60. NTES, Marna Puke, there you go. NTES, and so another thing we look for here on the weekly, the outside week, the poke up, and then boom, you take this out because this is a shorter term broadening formation coming back through the previous range, you see. So ideally, there's your higher high, there's your lower low broadening formation. Oops, we want to come down and take that out, right? So we'll see. It's a new month, so we'll see, but anytime that reconfirms, we'll go after something like that. LI is another one here that inside week pokes up, coming back through. So for the rest of the week below here, something I'd want to know about, below 38.28. And since we know outside bars exist, when this thing started puking here, we're looking for an outside day for sure. Then we don't know. Now it pops up. Now it's got to set up again on the inside 60. What's going on here? BNTX. What you doing here, boy? There's your outside day in BNTX. And you can see how beautiful this is too. Once it starts coming through here, we're looking for an outside day. Then all you got to do is wait for this, the inside 60, and boom. These 4 bars become an outside bar of all that, and that was nice. That's below 118.10, trading 111.43. Another nice one for you there. ZM, also in the earnings, trying to go inside 60 down right now. Right, we already got the outside week there. Right, and you're coming back to this range on the daily. That's always good because anybody who wants to be long this thing is going to be long against a lot of this stuff. Call that the pivot machine gun. Right now, trying to go inside in 60 and down. The next 60 minutes gets my attention below 411.58. If we go to ENPH here, you can see taking out last week's lows. Now, big chance at an inside month, but this gets my attention here. Anybody who's long, watching the market rally as this thing starts to tank below 130.45. GP. And GP, after the nice run up in here, puke. 2-2 reversal week below 23, trading 19.30 already. That's still good. Now you got an inside 60 here. We'll see if that brings it in. Always running out of time here. The good thing about Tuesday, now that I'm back, is the Strat Attack show comes after the close, and that's where I'm going to go. I can get a little bit more in depth. I've got to not hurry so much always. Just a couple more. You can keep an eye on in the Dow, Triple M. Having some issues here. This once again, that's Rev Strat week inside up, then back through. So if the Dow continues to drop off as it did earlier, here off the inside 60, that tells you to go after mini mines. One more, APPN. And how we love this on the way up, and here's how you get her on the way down. Right? I wasn't here for it, but the 2-2 reversal, 2 higher high, and then bam, right here to start the new week, right? And the month, you see? Now, Country and Western, let's go the other way, and that was real nice below 179. 170.90. Yesterday trading 129.67. All right, Marna's still puking. That's going to do it for today, but I'm back. Hopefully everybody had a happy holiday, and join me for the Strat Attack show this afternoon. That's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, this is Mr. Black Channel here at Ticker Tacker with the Strat Time Report.